Guys, I just want to talk about Donald Trump possibly conceding the election, and I want to make myself very clear because I know I've seen some Democrats saying he should concede. He needs to concede. Guys, Donald Trump is not conceding this election. Not now, not ever. Okay, Donald Trump is going to go to his grave before he concedes this election. It's just not happening. And it is such a unique election. I had said from the start, even if Trump lost in a landslide, it would have been interesting to see if Donald did lose in a landslide, if he would have conceded or not. But now, obviously, with these margins in Georgia, these margins in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, Nevada, being so close with all these mail-in ballots, it is a unique election where we've got all these mail-in ballots and Trump is up, and then all the mail-in ballots save Biden and things like that. It's a unique election in that part, and I do not think Donald Trump will ever concede the election to Joe Biden. It's not going to happen. So Democrats are trying to run around with this idea saying Trump needs to grow up and concede. It's not going to happen. We know Donald Trump. We know he's got an ego. He's not going to concede this election. And honestly, right now, he shouldn't concede this election. You should investigate it. And even if the investigation comes back, the recounts come back. I know they're doing a recount right now in Georgia. He's not going to concede it. He just simply won't. The way Trump is, this being a different election with mail-in ballots, the fact that this isn't a landslide, there's so many states that are very close. There's so many states that Trump was leading coming out of election night. And then you get the swath and the dump of mail-in ballots. And that puts Biden over the top barely. I mean, Georgia is just a crazy state with how it was counted, where it had over 99%. It was almost like they were waiting for Biden to take a lead in Georgia. But now, now all the ballots are counted. Like they're finding ballots in Georgia until Biden gets over the hump. They kept reporting over 99%, over 99%. Trump leads. Now Biden leads. Now the votes are done. Right? Yeah. Trump is just, guys. He's just simply not going to concede this. He simply won't. I don't think he ever will. I don't think he'll ever admit he lost this election, even if the investigation comes back that there was not enough fraud to determine Biden the winner, or put the election in favor of Biden. I don't think he's ever going to concede it, especially with the mail-in ballot situation. It's a different election. This isn't like 2016. There's so many more mail-in ballots. The way they were counted, the way they came in, it's just completely different. I think every state should count like Florida. Whether Biden wins or Trump wins the state, count it like Florida, where you dump the mail-in ballots and you count the votes, on the day of the election at the same time. That's what I think they should do. Or count the mail-in ballots before. I don't know. But at the end of the day, this is something where I'm just telling you guys right now, there's this thing going around, should Trump concede? He needs to stop acting like a baby. He's not conceding, okay? He's just not going to. We know Trump. We know his ego, especially now with the mail-in ballot situation and how this vote was decided. It's not happening, okay? It's just simply not happening. And the quicker people understand that and realize that, the better. And people are asking, well, Republicans should tell Trump to concede, things like that. Trump basically runs the Republican Party right now. He's the most powerful man in the Republican Party by far. The Republicans did very well in the Senate and in the House of Representatives. So, the president is the only thing they are, obviously looks like they're going to lose. And many of those people in the House and the Senate were helped by Trump significantly. So I don't think any of them are going to really go out of their way and put out statements saying Trump needs to concede. I know Mitt Romney put out a statement. There's a shocker. Mitt Romney has hated Trump. He's jealous of Trump. He obviously wanted to be the president. He got crushed by Obama. Trump killed him. Trump ran in 2016. Mitt Romney said Trump had no chance, and Trump won in 2016. Mitt Romney is extremely jealous of Trump. I take nothing with what Mitt Romney says seriously because he's absurdly jealous of Trump. It's quite obvious. He wanted to be what Trump is. He wanted to be the Republican Party, and he got crushed by Obama. It happens by a way bigger margin than Trump's losing right now, or possibly will lose even if Biden gets 300 electoral votes, which he might not. We'll have to see what happens. I think North Carolina is going to go to Trump. I think we'll have to see what happens in Nevada and Arizona. And obviously with Georgia and Pennsylvania looking like they're going to Biden, although Georgia right now is, a very confusing state with how the votes were counted. There looks like, we've got even Democrats admitting there's major problems in Georgia with the way the votes were counted. Yeah, I think if you put Biden up to a lie detector test, he would say there's major issues with Georgia and the way these votes are counted. There's massive problems. I've never seen a state counted like Georgia was counted. It was really poetic. It was almost like I could predict this yesterday, that they were waiting for Biden to get up just by the slimmest of margin, and now, we got enough votes from Atlanta. Okay, call the election. Right now, we got to do a recount. I know they haven't called Georgia yet, but I don't see Trump obviously coming back. Every time we get a swath of votes, it's in favor of Biden. from Fulton County or from DeKalb County, one of these major, Atlanta, cities, suburbs, or areas like that. So we'll have to see what happens, guys. I don't think Trump is conceding at all, no matter what, ever, depending on what happens with the election, depending on what happens with the investigation. I don't think it's happening. I don't think Trump's going to concede it. I think he's always going to say the mail-in ballots were a farce. He's always going to say, I was up. If this election would have been fair, I would have won. That's what I think Trump's going to do. And I think the quicker Democrats accept that, the better, because you're really you're holding out hope for nothing. I don't think he shouldn't concede it today. I don't understand that with all the things going on. But even if the investigations turn up nothing, Trump is not conceding it. I'm just telling you that right now. He's not conceding it, guys. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm of course the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.